What's up and what's going on, and welcome back. I want to start this episode by saying I told you so. I said it last week.
About so many things.
All of you guys were over-exaggerating for no fucking reason. It was the first episode. It was laying the groundwork. This episode, it blew my mind.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
It was great. It was great. And if those little cameos we saw are anything to indicate what's to come, just not just the cameos, the story overall, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. A lot of our predictions came true.
A lot of our predictions. I mean, I predicted that them putting that money into his helmet was for sure just him trying to get killed, and they were definitely involved. In fact, I think they were even more involved than the mayor was. I think the mayor is not as heavily as involved as
I still think he's being puppeted in some way.
No, he's definitely being puppeted, and that's what I'm saying. Like
it could be the Hutts. And
I don't think so.
I loved seeing the Hutts, bro. Like that was so cool.
It was cool.
That was so cool. When I saw them come around, I was like, whoa. That's just like that's what I mean when I say Star Wars does so good with controlling the leaks that get out. No one knew that, so seeing that was just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
yes.
I haven't seen a Hutt. I haven't seen the only live action Hutts we've ever seen is Jabba.
Yeah.
So that was
no.
dope.
I mean, seeing like now it's like it's if you didn't already know, now it's the realization like, oh, this is a whole ass family.
Oh yeah.
They're not just family. They're a whole ass big ass crime family.
Yeah, bro. They come from Nalhutta. Nalhutta is the planet of the Hutts. Like if you go there, that's all there. But the reason the Hutts don't live on Nalhutta anymore, that's why when you heard Boba say they're dealing with the debauchery on Nalhutta, it's because Nalhutta it eventually destroyed itself from the inside out. So it's like there was a whole Hutt council. So yeah.
Well, I think what we're about to see, because I mean you hear that I mean Boba Fett does say, he says, I'm not a bounty hunter anymore.
Right.
He says that straight to the mayor, and then you hear God, I can never remember her name. Finnick. Say to Boba, like, we have to get permission to kill them because they're Hutts.
Right.
Well, I think that Boba's going to hire the Mandalorian. That's how they're going to bring the Mandalorian in. The Mandalorian, this is what he's going to ask him, is instead of payment to come help him
with the Mandalore. And that does tie into those. That does tie into that. That could actually be. I took notes on it, so but that could actually be it. One thing that when Finnick dropped I forget the name of the gang that they were in. I didn't write that down. But when Finnick dropped that gang member into the Rancor pit, I thought we were going to see the Rancor. Thought we were going to see him, which would have been interesting because it's just the ties kind of with. Well, even though it's kind of wild back, but
we knew that there was nothing down there.
Well, yeah.
Because the whole place is empty. But I mean, it was. I love the way that they tricked him.
Yeah, it was.
And I think it is just like we're going to see something down there eventually.
Yeah.
What it is, it's not. I'm not sure. And you know, last week I was asking the question, how did he come to power? I mean, it kind of answers it in this one, that he just went up and killed the guy, I guess, and that was it.
Yeah, that was.
And that was it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess anybody that kills the crime lords, the new crime lords,
basically, so yeah.
I mean, it's a weird, weird system, but.
Basically,
but yeah, Tatooine. Winning Tatooine.
I thought, and one thing that I was super excited about. It's not the most exciting cameo that I think that we're gonna see. Like I said, I know the rumor out there is we're still gonna see a Cad Bane, but seeing Black Chrysanthemum, that was awesome, bro. And I love that Star Wars is reaching into Legends material and making it canon again. You know what I'm saying? Because Black Chrysanthemum is more Legends before Disney. Before Disney took over.
You know what? Maybe we see Cad Bane, and that's why he's gonna have to bring in the Mandalorian. Because I don't know. I mean,
maybe. I mean, the Hutts could. The Hutts hired. The Hutts. Jabba had a great relationship with Cad Bane as far as hiring.
The Hutts are ready to kill him right now. The only reason they didn't kill him right there was because they were in the middle of the street. That was the only reason that they didn't tell all their guards to open fire.
Yeah. That's right. And they're of course they're going to retaliate. They're going to try to hit Boba hard. And like you said,
well, Boba's going to try to hit back right now.
Oh yeah, I'm
this
sure he is.
episode 3. I hope that we're done with the Sand People. As much as I really
I
liked,
thought that stuff was so cool.
No, it was great. I love.
We
the
learned
Sand
a
People
lot.
stuff.
I thought
we learned a ton. We learned a ton. About this particular tribe of the Sand People.
Yes, that's something we learned, that there are several different tribes, which is so cool.
Maybe he's gonna try to get the Sand People. I don't know.
He could get the Sand People, maybe all the tribes. That's not a theory I've seen. He could do that though. He could
get them involved.
Get the tribes involved. That's something that could happen. Hell, because that one that taught him how to fight is a hell. If there, imagine like 6 of those.
I mean,
hell of a good damn fighter, bro.
Seeing him in all the black robes
that was dope.
and
it was dope.
Getting his staff and then them doing that rain dance at the end.
It was dope.
No, it was
seeing
all
him
super
being initiated in something else we predicted.
Well, no, but yeah, for sure. But I mean, but now we're we see him in the clothes that we originally see him in. So we're kind of caught up on that, and that's what I'm saying is I just want to find out what's going on in Tatooine, this city that we're in, and I just want that story to progress more.
Right.
Instead of going back to the I mean, as cool as especially this episode was with the Sand People.
I think we're done as far as flashback goes with that, though.
I think we are too.
Yeah, I think we're done. I thought seeing the Pikes was cool.
At least longer. We're not going to have another. And you know what? They did exactly what I asked last week. I said I wanted it to be about 20 minutes longer, and they did it. They did exactly.
Yeah, when I saw it was 52 minutes, I said okay. But see, I
got halfway through and I was like, oh no, like we're gonna have to go, like we're almost done. Like I'm not gonna. And then I was like, oh.
I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked that it was 52 minutes because just like I wasn't shocked that this was a good episode. I mean, so I was just like, yeah, this is what they're doing. Like I said, I love seeing the Pikes. It's something else we predicted about seeing Crimson Dawn being somewhat involved. The Syndicate is involved in some type of way. I'm not sure what. I'm sure the Syndicate is going to retaliate now that Boba's done what he's done.
Yeah.
So the Syndicate is going to definitely.
Boba's ready though. He's ready for a fight. He wants to fight.
Oh yeah. And this whole thing that everybody was saying last week too about Boba being a cupcake, stop it, bro. He showed clearly in this episode that he's still Boba Fett.
I think we see in this next episode, Boba sitting down with. So remember in the trailer how we see him sitting down with all those people? Mm-hmm. I think that's how we're going to see that next, and he's going to get permission to kill the Hutts from everybody.
Yeah, no,
that's what it is.
Why he has to have permission to kill the Hutts?
That I'm confused about that too, and I don't know if it's something with the city that they're in. I don't know. I
don't know anything.
That threw me off guard when she said that. I was like, oh, because I thought that maybe that they were going to shoot one of the Hutts right there.
Right.
But.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either.
It's interesting though. It's interesting to where they're going. Like the where we are right now currently in the story. It's like I am so excited to see what Boba's gonna do next. Like all the scenes with him today were so cool, bro. Everything was it was great.
Yeah.
Like he was cool. Like the episode, it felt so Star Wars too. It felt great.
I love the training montage of him trying to get that one guy to jump across the bike onto another bike, which.
Like a panther. Yes. Yes.
Only one guy had to do once, and that was off the train.
That was dope. Seeing the expanding on the Sand People, learning that there are different tribes, and that was a really cool element too. Because not knowing really shit about the Sand People besides that Anakin murdered an entire tribe, I guess. But.
Well, and these like they were saying that like there's more violent Sand People than them. There are some Sand People that live entirely off violence, which I think were kind of the ones that Anakin killed. Those kinds of Sand People.
Yeah.
They were animals, and I killed them like animals. Well, these people, I mean, they do use violence, obviously, but they're in a violent land. I mean, you have that train coming by. I don't know why they're just drive-by shooting these people. Like, honestly, like what are the Sand People have never tried to stop that train. But they're just drive by. I
was thinking that too, but then he was like, what did he say? That they didn't know what type of, if they were smugglers or not. He's like, that's why they were shooting. Yeah, so no. Moving on in the next episode, though, I know one thing I do want to point out is when Black Chrysanthemum walked up, Boba looked at him and then said, "You can bring all the gladiators you want." And I've never heard of him called a gladiator before, so that could be like a thing. Like maybe Boba and him. I mean, if we're pulling him in, I'm sure maybe we might pull in some of his story from Legends. It's not like they don't know each other, so maybe Boba has seen him doing something else in like a gladiator type deal. It is Star Wars, you know.
Well, I mean, Hutt had an arena where he would make people fight stuff, or each other. So I mean, he could be from that time, and now he just works for these other Hutts. I mean, he's probably this is probably a guy that's always worked for the Hutts, and he's loyal to them because of how much money they pay him. But
well, you know, moving forward into the episode 3, they said that, not in episode 3, I'm assuming this would be, I think it's 7 episodes, but I'm assuming this would be in the last episode. They say that the Han Solo cameo is real. We just don't know if it's Han Solo or if it's going to be, or who the actor's going to be. But they said we're going to freak out more of who he's with, and I don't know who that could be. Because it can't be Luke. I mean, it's going to be cool seeing Luke, but we already had the Luke cameo and we freaked out then.
Who he is with.
Right. At this point in time, who could that be?
That would make us freak out. I mean,
that would make us freak out.
We're not going to freak out about him being with Chewie.
It could be a young Ben. I don't think that would make people freak out.
A young Ben? Oh. I mean, that would be cool, though. But I don't know why he'd be bringing him to Tatooine. There's nothing good on Tatooine.
I don't know.
Not
father son.
Tatooine.
Well, actually, I don't want to say father son because, from my understanding, I guess from the movies. I'm sorry, I didn't follow this shitty plot at all. But I'm guessing from the movies, they didn't have a good relationship. Like Han wasn't really there for him when he was younger. It seems
like Luke was a lot more
father figure.
Yeah. I don't know. But at this time, I think he would be too young. Like I think he would almost be a baby.
I don't know who it would be.
Little baby Kylo.
That would make you.
In this movie, we have baby Kylo instead of baby Yoda.
I don't know. It's very.
Maybe Han's with the Mandalorian.
Could be.
That would be wild.
It would be wild. It'd be, I don't know.
It would have made me freak out.
It'd be wild. So I really don't know. But I do know moving into episode 3, I think we're going to see a lot more action. I mean, we saw action in this episode, but I think we're going to see even more action in episode 3.
No, like we were just saying, I really think we're about to see the city plot progress a lot more, and I'm super interested in everything that's going on there.
Me too. So interested.
I mean, the more that we see of it, and we just haven't seen a lot of it yet, the more I get interested. There's a lot going on. You have a lot of different characters that they're building up, and
I will say this: we spent a hell of a lot of time on that flashback, though.
Hey, it was a good flashback. I'm not complaining at all. But no, I mean, I was thinking like, are we gonna go back to the other one? Like, I'm cool with all this going on. It is badass, but
and the new scenes that we got to see from like his young Boba's perspective from Camino and
man, I loved that. I loved that.
That was so cool. Yeah. Those were cool elements.
Him seeing the ship go off and
that was cool.
Standing in the rain.
Oh
man, no, that was badass.
That was dope. They got somebody that kind of looked like that kid too, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, the whole thing. Like, I just thought, like I said, like I said last week, no need to freak out at all. It's building. I said it last week. I'm gonna say it again. We're at a point in streaming, or in TV, and movies, and cinema, or whatever, where people are like, if it doesn't just blow your mind, if it's not a movie that makes you just your jaw drop, or a TV show or movie, then it's not good. And that's that's a misnomer. It's not just a misnomer, it's ignorant as fuck.
It
really is ignorant. Like, because that one article that everybody was sharing where that dude said it was an abysmal disaster, like, bro,
that's crazy. That's
crazy.
such a crazy thing to say.
It's so crazy.
Like,
it's like,
they weren't saying that about the Bad Batch.
Right, nobody, like I said, you have to give these shows time to build.
It's an animated movie. Like, it doesn't get the harsh criticism that a live action movie gets, which I think it,
and even
whatever, and
this is so a thing too. Even Boba Fett has pulled in more viewings on Disney Plus than Hawkeye did. I'm talking by leaps and bounds.
I don't know anything about that, but I mean,
I'll clip it in.
It's just, I mean, it's such a big, Boba Fett's such a big name. Nobody cares about Hawkeye. I'll say it. I'll say it again.
No one cared.
Nobody cares about Hawkeye.
No. Bro.
Kate Bishop is the only one that cares about Hawkeye.
No, we all, like, we've been waiting for the Boba Fett series for a while. And it's not just this. We've been waiting for Disney and Star Wars to start laying this out. And I think that Jon Favreau, his 2 episodes, the first one and this one, he's done a damn good job on. He's, the story he's written, like, it's great, bro. It's so good. It's so good. And just to see, because it's all tying together with The Mandalorian, it's all going to tie together with Ahsoka and Obi-Wan, all that kind of stuff. So just to see where all of this is going to go, what we're going to see, the cameos we're going to see, the new information we're going to learn, the stuff that we haven't seen that's happened between this time and 7, it's all vitally important. It's all super dope to see that they are expanding and building upon this world.
Like Han Solo's with Rex. I just got thinking about it. I bet it's with Rex. That would blow my mind, actually.
Now, see, that would, and that would, and that's not a thing. That's not something that would be out. Like, why would they be together? No, because as we know, Rex was
a resistant fighter. Han Solo is a major part of the resistance.
Yes, and Rex fought at the Battle of Endor, and Han was at the Battle of Endor, and since I'm sure he knew that, hey, that's Captain Rex. So blah blah blah. Even though we'd see it in the films, Yeah. So, but yeah, he knows. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good theory. That's a possibility. That is a very good possibility. Because I don't
that
know.
Would blow my mind.
That would.
The Mandalorian would be like, oh, that's weird why they're together.
Yeah.
Rex would be like, oh shit.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really, really, really dope. So. I thought it was a good episode. I can't wait till episode 3. So with you guys, again, questions always for you guys. Let us know down below in the comments what you thought about this episode. Were people tripping last week? Because they definitely were. If you were one of those people, your apology needs to be louder than your disrespect.
Sorry in the comments. Say I'm sorry in the comments.
Your apology definitely needs to be louder than the disrespect, because you owe Boba, Star Wars, an apology for just even thinking that disrespect. Because it's Star Wars, bro. It's always going to. Well, let me rewind. Sorry. whenever John and Dave are involved, it's always going to hit it out of the park. So, like I said, you guys let us know down in the comments what you think.
And who do you think Han Solo is going to show up with? I mean, who would blow your mind if Han Solo showed up with?
Right.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
And we'll see you guys next week with more Boba.